So, we all have a choice. I feel like we all have a choice. When somebody does something in the street, when somebody says something to us, when we see it on the internet, we have a choice to be positive or disruptive or negative or encouraging. All these things, we have a choice. I think since COVID, for some reason, there seems to be a thought process that goes people's minds, or maybe it's not a thought process. It's just an immediate reactive thing to react negatively to something. It's almost like it's like a reflex now. So if you're familiar with the movie Happy Gilmore, every time Happy Gilmore steps up to take a swing at the golf ball, a bloke jumps up from the sidelines and yells, "You jackass!" And it disrupts the positive train of thought that Happy Gilmore is trying to do, and it puts him off his game completely. And the guy's got no reason for doing that. He's just employed, remember, to just discourage him and call him a jackass. And if you think about how our political system in Australia works, where there's a leader and an opposition leader. And the opposition leader's role, when he gets up every day, is to discredit the leader. So when the person in power makes a comment about a policy or an idea, the opposition leader's job is to say, he's just doing that or she's just doing that because of this, and to discredit the whole thing without actually offering a positive alternative. I've always wondered myself, quite unrealistically, that if we had a government that allowed us to have a opposition leader, and let's face it, the whole term opposition leader is they're leading opposition, right? Basic. But if they got up each day and we went, that's actually not a bad idea, but if we did this, rather than just, you're a buffhead, you're an idiot, this is, there's usually not even a, this is how we should do it better. If you go back to when Sydney Speedway was the replacement concept for Parramatta, and there was a long period of this will never happen, this can't happen, it'll never happen. And in the end, although the venue has some flaws and the road has been a rocky one, the reality was the government actually did build a phenomenally expensive and pretty cool speedway. They actually did what they said they would do. If you go back to Tolma Speedway, there was probably a lot of people saying, oh, it's never going to happen, that won't work, it can't happen, it'll never look like I-55. There was a lot of detractors. What's happened? Well, it's actually a fantastic speedway. Wayne Rower and his team built a phenomenal place. If you go back to the Napa Speedway in the city, how much conjecture was there about that? Oh, it's never going to happen. It can't possibly be any good for the racing. There's no way this will work. And it was amazing, right? It was amazing. It seems like we just jump to conclusions so fast now. If we truly love Speedway, if we truly love this industry, why wouldn't we just stop when we see something that's new or an idea? Like sprint cars in Brisbane, question mark. Speedway in Brisbane, question mark. Now, whether or not it ends up being where it needs to be or how it needs to be, surely the idea of a speedway in Brisbane has been desperately needed since Archerfield shut down. Instead of us reacting to, oh, Willowbank isn't Brisbane, or Sunny Coast isn't Brisbane, or that can never happen, or that's pie in the sky, or all those things, why aren't we just saying, well, that would be cool, how can we help? You see the difference? If we truly love this sport, then what we need is new venues. What we need is positivity. What we need is unity. What we need is everybody to feel the same way about, you know what, if that's not perfect in my mind, if it's still going to be good for the industry, surely it's what we need. So when you see someone like myself put something up there, it's not because I haven't researched anything. It's not because I've just gone, oh, that's a romantic notion. There's actually a little bit of research that's gone into this. So all I want to see whenever we do this stuff as an industry, fans, team owners, parts suppliers, associations, sponsors, is to go, ooh, that would be cool. Right? Just for now, what about if we all just went, oh my God, wouldn't that be so cool? Instead of looking at all the things that we think it couldn't be, wouldn't be, shouldn't be, how about just the idea that that might actually happen? Just like we said the Napa race wouldn't happen. Just like we said Tolma probably wouldn't happen. Just like we said Sydney Speedway wouldn't happen. Let's just be positive. It's not just our industry, it's the planet, right? Since COVID, we learnt nothing from COVID. COVID took away all of our basic liberties and our freedoms, and it made us stand in our own driveways for Anzac Day. It made us unable to go and do the things that we took for granted. Now, finally, that's all back to normal, and all we've done now is complained far more about things that we never really used to complain about. It's like we missed the point. I'm asking you that, what if a speedway in Brisbane is actually a possibility? What if the Napa Speedway in the city thing is a possibility? It is. What if the possibility of Tolma being a I-55 is a reality in Australia? It is. What if Parramatta Speedway was replaced with a new venue? With its challenges, granted, but it was replaced. So if the idea is that there could be something like a speedway in Brisbane, now let's remember for a second, what is the name of the speedway 40 minutes drive south of the city of Perth? What's it called? The Perth Motorplex. We don't have to argue about that. It's a cool name. It's a major city naming rights concept to a motorplex. So what I'm saying to you is, let's be positive. Let's just hope that this whole idea actually does have a lot of money behind it, a lot of research behind it, and a lot of passionate people with resources to build it. What if, instead of being the, yeah, jackass, what if we were like, hell yeah, how can I help? Just an interesting idea for you. Maybe I'm wrong.